and welcome to your weekly Oracle reading with Katie VanZeeland. This reading is for the week of November 6th through November 12th, 2017. And this week we're using Lord Ganesha, Angela Hartfield's Whisper of Lord Ganesha Oracle deck. So the deck has been cleared. We're asking that Infinite Creator guide and empower this message for highest good and greatest joy. Okay. So we have acceptance, personal transformation, and inner knowing. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to start with acceptance. Card that jumped out. And Lord Ganesha is this beautiful energy that helps remove all obstacles. And it's such a powerful, powerful energy. And the message we're hearing today is acceptance, is bringing acceptance to any situation, bringing acceptance to what is. And a great peace comes when we can accept things as they are. And things start to transform. And that's the second card, is personal transformation. That when we find this acceptance, there's no longer a resistance or a battle. And when we can find that neutral space, there's a personal transformation that happens. You can't get there by telling yourself you're going to do a personal transformation or try harder or do better. Like, those are all resistance energies saying that what you're doing now isn't good enough, or what is going on right now isn't acceptable. And we're finding acceptance in whatever is. If it's that you're doing an amazing job and you're feeling dedicated and motivated, accepting that. If you are feeling like you want to take a nap, or you feel like you don't want to get out of bed, accepting that. All of it is finding an acceptance to what is. It's the same energy, finding a neutrality, an acceptance. This softens things. And this allows that inner turmoil, that battle, that resistance energy to halt. And that's the space that these personal transformations really happen from. So it's finding that calm space, accepting what is, always doing your best, whatever that is, in any given moment. And that changes. When we do our best, it changes. Okay, so it's finding acceptance to where you're at and what you need and what's going on right in this moment. It is all okay. And from that space where there's no longer a battle or like you're gripping and you're trying, that's resistance. If you feel like you have to go do something, or you're, this energy of just force is still a place from fear, even if that force is driving you to do something that what would be deemed as positive, right? So positive things like you're successful in business or whatever, you're working out or you're eating right, or all your relationships you think you have going great. If there's still a forceful energy behind it, if there's still like a kind of like this drive that is running from something, that's a resistance, that's a fear, and eventually it catches up. And that's fine, that if that's where you're at, and accepting that that's even where you're at. Maybe you're noticing that right now. Wow, I am like doing really good because I'm forcing this and I'm staying positive so I won't let myself think of anything else. Well, guess what? Like, that's great that you're thinking positive, but the other stuff is still there, and it's just lingering in the background until you have a moment of weakness. I hate these words, but that's what I'm hearing, so I'm using them. And then those fears, those things you're resisting, those things you're running from will trickle in. And what Lord Ganesha is really bringing across in this message is finding an acceptance for wherever you are. And again, even if where you are is where you think you shouldn't be, again, even if where you are is where you think you should not be, it's where you are, and it's exactly where you are meant to be. Find some acceptance in that. That's your practice this week. Find some acceptance in wherever you are at. No more pounding on yourself. No more beating yourself up. No more critical, self-judging voices. Let's be done with those if we can. And if we aren't, then we're just accepting that we're not, right? We're just accepting that we're still pounding the crap out of ourselves. We're still judging ourselves. We're still judging others. We're still angry. That's all okay. Accepting that moment then, right? It's all acceptance, no matter where you are. But there's huge, big personal transformation happening. And, we just had the full moon. Things really came to surface for a lot of people. And now it starts to clear off, right? We got full, and now we're clearing off and getting ready to allow in new. So just keep allowing this clearing off process to happen so that the new can come in. But you have to clear out the old programming, the old ways of being, physical things in your life, relationships, situations, whatever that looks like for you. Just allow those things to keep clearing off. Okay? And then we have inner knowing. Always trust that inner knowing, that inner voice is clear, right? And we hear it when we get still. We hear it. It's different than the mind chatter. It's different than the voices of fear. It's this inner knowing, this quiet voice that we want to keep tapping into so that we get clearer and clearer on what that voice sounds like. So as we keep accepting and as we are transforming, our inner knowing might feel a little clearer. The inner knowing is always there, but it's just honoring what the inner knowing is and following through on it, right? It's honoring what that inner knowing is, that voice of clarity. Okay. We're going to pull a card from the Four Agreements. And it says, see other people as they are. Don't take anything personally. When you see other people as they are without taking it personally, you can never be hurt by what they say or do. Even if others lie to you, it's okay. They are lying to you because they are afraid you will discover that they are not perfect, right? This brings a great deal of compassion and, again, acceptance, right? So if we just see people for what they are, yeah, there might be sadness with that, right? Because a lot of us, probably 99 or 100% of us have expectations, right? Of other people, of other situations, relationships. But when we can just see people for who they are without any expectations, without taking their actions personally, there's great peace that comes. There's personal transformation that comes. The inner knowing gets clearer, and it's just really, truly accepting people as they are without taking it personally. It's their own path, their own journey, their own dialogue. You might be in their movie, but it's not who you are, right? They might be projecting onto you what role you play in their movie, but it is not who you are. You might be being projected on in their movie, but that is not who you are. Let that sink in. You might really like how someone's projecting onto you. It might make you feel really fantastic. Or you might really hate how someone is projecting onto you. It might be really awful. Either case, not who you are. And if you are getting fueled in the ego by either one, neither one of them are truth. So again, it comes back to the inner knowing, the inner acceptance, your personal transformation, getting to know who you are without someone else projecting onto you. So it starts with acceptance. It starts with acceptance of who you are, of the moment, of everything. Just finding a peace with whatever is, because it is all in divine perfection and for your highest good, even if you don't feel it, see it, or know it right in this moment. Okay, let's pull a card from the crystal deck. Well, that's one. This one. Okay. We have white jade. Decisiveness, peace, and focus. I enjoy peace and harmony in all areas of my life. Awesome. Decisiveness, peace, and focus. So we're deciding to accept, right? And we're making decisions based off what is best for us and our highest good and greatest joy on this beautiful personal transformation. We're listening to that inner knowing. And you're gonna find peace with that. And this crystal will help with decisiveness, peace, and focus. So if you want to play with white jade this week, that is the crystal that's being pulled. So, okay. I hope you have an amazing week, and I can't wait to see you next week.